Good morning and welcome to Morning Moments. Thank you for joining us today. I am so glad you chose to listen to us, whatever platform you're on. Today, I have the Vice President of Heartbeat International. It's my privilege to bring Cindy Boston to Morning Moments. Welcome, Cindy.
Thank you so much. Great to be here.
Well, let me ask you the question I ask everybody. What do you do and why do you do it?
Well, when I was in youth ministry way back in the dark ages, back in the late 80s, I realized that there was this issue lurking. Women were feeling pressured to terminate a pregnancy. They were finding themselves in difficult situations, some of which is not of their own making, forced upon them, and that these women needed hope. These women needed somebody to come alongside of them. And I got involved in the pregnancy help movement way back then to be part of the solution. And I think everybody has a part that they can play in the pregnancy help movement, and everybody can do something. So I got involved actually running a maternity homes for a pregnancy center. Then eventually, that was in Cincinnati, Ohio, eventually opening up a pregnancy help center in Springfield, Missouri, myself, starting from the ground up with a team of willing souls. We were probably a motley crew. And we just said, hey, somebody should do something about the abortion issue. 1,000 abortions are happening here in the community, and somebody should do something about it. And then we were the ones saying, okay, let's do that. So I've been involved in pregnancy help for many years, and I love the pregnancy help movement because whether you've been there and done that and you've made a decision that you regret, and we know God forgives everything. We know God's love encompasses people and it covers the sins of our lives. But we also know that some women are standing there and they're making a life and death decision, both for the baby and for themselves. And the pregnancy help movement doesn't tell women what to do. We offer hope. We offer empowerment. We equip women to really make that decision for themselves. But what we find is one choice is usually given to women if they attend other clinics nearby in the communities that they live. One choice is given, and it's an assumption that motherhood is not a role that a woman wants to play. We are actively engaged in helping women take care of themselves, consider all the information. And the fun part about being in pregnancy help is that no woman has to stand alone. We can stand with her. And we know the number one thing that does change a woman's mind on abortion is having somebody beside her. Abortion is um, it's something that pulls her away from her usual support. She fears abuse. She fears abandonment. She feels like she will embarrass others. And when we stand with her, she can truly look at all of her options for that pregnancy. And then she can make the choice that she wants to make, which usually is for the life of the child, whether she's parenting or going to place an adoption. More than 90% of the women who walk into our pregnancy help centers will choose life in some form for their child and for themselves. But we know the abortion industry, if you walk in their doors, 9 out of 10 women will choose abortion. So that really is kind of encompasses what I do. I am part of international leadership in the pregnancy help movement. I was drug there. You know how you don't usually sign up for something that's way bigger than yourself, but I felt like God gave me an opportunity, and I felt Him telling me, "You should be a part of this movement at a different level, so you can impact pregnancy help centers across the globe." Pregnancy help centers are pregnancy centers, maternity homes, adoption agencies, and medical clinics, and so that's what I'm a part of with Heartbeat International.
So you help facilitate women to help them with that process, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. You know, no woman really feels fully supported until somebody's listening and learning about her situation, they're observing, and they're offering options, they're giving vision and value for the future, and then they're also equipping and empowering her. And that is Heartbeat's trademark love approach. That is the loving way of working with somebody who's in true crisis and bringing the trauma down to a level where they then can manage and look at their options and then make a decision for their own, for themselves. And the love approach is a wonderful tool that's available online. We have the loveapproachbook.com, and you can go there, you can get copies of the materials within that area. It's all free. And we're happy to let you know that the Love Approach book can help you walk somebody else through a crisis or a trauma. A lot of churches are starting to use the Love Approach book. So it's really a wonderful tool, not only for the pregnancy help community alone, but for many people who can resource it as they're working with others who are truly in crisis.
I've often heard and I've said that Jesus, people say Jesus has the answers. And I say, not only does he has the answers, Jesus is the answer. And
That's right.
it's just not like has the whole list of them. He's the answer to anything that we ask. He is the answer for us.
That's right. And my experience has been working in this industry. I think I'm at 28 and a half years, just helping women in one form or fashion, but always with respect and dignity, never telling women what to do. But I've seen God intervene with answers for women and answers for my own life. And he prepared the answer way before I even prayed the prayer for the item that I needed or that I was concerned about. I've seen it time and time again. Jesus brings that answer to us. He is the answer, and he wants to help us and provide what we need at the time. And the trust has to be built that way.
And when we talk to people in their crisis, and I was a crisis counselor. I used to be working in a suicide
Mhm.
hotline in a psychiatric hospital. But when folks are at crisis, they are looking so much for some sort of hope. And if
Yeah,
somebody could just give them, let them know that Jesus is there. God is
that's right.
our hope in a very present time of trouble. He's there, as
That's
Psalms
right.
46:1 says. He's here right when
That's
you need it.
Yes, absolutely. And I've seen it time and time again where if you give them that cup of water, if you offer them hope for the future, they then will often ask they'll ask for prayer. They'll ask more about our faith. It is a conduit to the local church. The pregnancy help centers are a conduit to the local church because it opens up the eyes of people who've never really heard about the Lord. And it opens up opportunity to share the gospel. We have many experiences in our background, both at Heartbeat and the pregnancy help world, where women just say, I want to know about that thing you prayed about for me. And you get this magnificent opportunity to share something that is completely free with them, that is the hope of the world. It's the hope of their lives and fills that missing puzzle piece of the heart.
So down below, we've been seeing some the websites that you could be involved with. How can people get involved in help, or maybe involved in your organization?
Oh, I love that question. I hope people will think about their part in the pro-life movement. What can they do? Some people can pray. Heartbeatinternational.org is a great website that they can go on and find out a lot more information. They can even find information about pregnancy centers near them. So they can pray, they can consider volunteering, and they can consider giving. There's local help that is needed by pregnancy centers, getting involved, everything from cleaning to sorting to meeting with clients as a lay volunteer. There's also availability. Every organization has stretched budgets right now. The numbers are up. Our opportunities since Roe versus Wade has been changed. They reversed Roe And now it's a state's issue versus a national issue. And every center is stretching at the seams because of the amount of opportunity of the numbers of women coming in our doors. Our hotline at Heartbeat, it's called Option Line. We have we have jobs available there that are remote. We have all kinds of positions available at Heartbeat. You could look at our job board. You could consider being one of those consultants that is on 24/7 trying to help women. We get in between 1,100 and 1,500 calls and texts, emails, and chats every single day from women who are looking to find that hope that we discussed. And optionline.org is a great place to go to find out more about our helpline.
And you're also, you have availability of products and other things in your website as well.
Absolutely. Yes, we have a pastors page. If you'll go to heartbeatinternational.org and you'll look under the Get Involved tab, we also have a special area for pastors and lay leaders, people who want to know more about the love approach. That's in there. But we also have a host of other free resources where you can learn to talk about the value of life in a respectful, acceptable way. When you're dealing with people who are both post abortive and people who are considering abortion, it's a tricky line, and we have some great resources there for pastors, lay leaders, Sunday school teachers, small group leaders. If the Christian community is not talking about the value of life and how abortion hurts women and families, nobody's going to talk about it. So we need to be out there making sure it's a topic we're regularly discussing with compassion and care. And you can go to our pastors page on our main website to look at that.
I want to add that if this has been an issue that you have been looking at and praying for years, now that things have changed, like Cindi had said, there's a need for support now more so ever.
Yes.
So you could have, been pro-life for years, but now
Mhm.
you need to put your money where your mouth is and start supporting those who are looking at the need, looking at people who are coming, and they desperately need your help. Check out their website, see how, ask God how He's going to lead you in supporting them financially. But more important than that, and all what I'm going to say next is my guest. More important than that, I would like for you to take some time right now, as soon as this interview is over, and pray specifically for Cindi Boston. Pray that God would use her in a great and mighty way for her purpose, plan, future, and hope that God has for her. Cindi needs your prayers, folks, and you need the practice. So pray that God would bless her. Cindi, thank you so much for being a part of Morning Moments today.
It's an honor, and I thank everybody for the prayers. We are in a spiritual battle, so thank you. I'll take those prayers back to our team and know that God will bless both the prayer and the person praying the prayer. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us for Morning Moments. Please pass this interview on to others and keep coming back, and may God richly bless you.